All right, Silverking. This is my first time doing the trail. I've been a little skittish because it's a little exposed, but I think I've ridden similar stuff since in the intervening time, so I'm gonna try it. I came here mostly to do GPX tracks for trail forks for some of the stuff that I know already, but I feel like it's time for me to try this. Let's see.
Apologies for the camera quality here. The lens had been scratched, so couldn't do much about that in post-production. I've been thinking about finally doing this for a while. It's about time.
Definitely taking it slow. Always on the first time on a trail especially. Even more so when it's exposed. And if it's rutted.
Yeah, I haven't accidentally gone down the side of any of these yet. I'm sure eventually it'll happen. We'll see if I get scared off or if I keep doing them.
It's cool so far. I would still prefer the same trail without the exposure. Like, to me, the exposure isn't like adding anything. It's not like, oh my god, it adds like danger or something. That's not really what it's about for me. I like overcoming like the technical nature of a trail and growing my skill set and so on. But if I could ride stuff like this all day long and it's not exposed, I would absolutely do so. See my video on Kennedy Meadows, for example. Freaking awesome. Yes, there was some exposure there too, but like, wow, so much good stuff to ride in woodsy terrain. Being super careful.
Yeah, by the way, this is a two-way trail.
Yeah, it definitely is as exposed as I remember it, right? It's not insane. I've done something more exposed briefly since then. That was arguably a little bit too much. We actually ended up turning back as well. I wasn't sure if I would have turned back if it would have just been me, but probably I would have eventually. I don't know. In any case, yeah, this wasn't one of those times where like once I get to the trail, it's like simple, and I watched it like many months ago and it looked exposed, but now I'm used to it kind of thing. This actually is quite exposed compared to everything else I've ridden at Rowher Flats at the very least. Okay, let's go in the rut instead of avoiding it. I feel like I've up-leveled my ruts recently. Not that I'm particularly good at them, but I'm much less overly concerned with them, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm definitely still bad, especially when it comes to tight turns, like on an MX back. Better than I used to be, but still bad. But definitely much more comfortable in circumstances like that. I do kind of wonder how often people do go off the side. Like, how often is there an extraction necessary? How often do people just make it out because there's a good way of just riding the bike out, you know? It has to happen every now and then. All it takes is a deflection of the front wheel, right?
There we go, no longer exposed. And for good measure for the GPX track, I'm gonna keep going on the other side here, because this is technically still part of Silverking. All the way up to it, intersecting with Texas up here. Here we go. That was Silverking, first time ever. Okay.